Hello everyone, my name is Zard and welcome back to another video, and today I am going to be taking a look at all the Funko Pops that I've bought in the last few months, and one of them just fell out of the bag. Here is the bag right here. So I'm just going to be going through these Pops. I like doing Funko reviews, like if you just look on my channel, I have quite a few of them, and these are figures that I don't think I'm going to be ending up doing reviews for. But I want to just take a look at them now because I think there's some really cool figures, and I'll just go through each of them. There are a few that I've already done reviews that I'm leaving out from this list. The Los Angeles Comic-Con Joker, the Riddler, the New York Comic-Con Joker. There's a bunch of recent convention exclusives that I got at their shared retailer. But these are some figures I've got quite recently, and I just want to take a look at them. Starting off here, I began watching House of the Dragon, and now this was probably a month or two ago, and it was after the show had released. The final episode had just released, and I pretty much had caught up with the series, and after that I started watching Game of Thrones. The first figure here that happens to be here is the Melisandre figure. I think this is a really cool figure. It's from the 6th edition of Game of Thrones figures. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to go pretty quick through them, just giving you a heads up. I've completed, or pretty much completed, all of the Office Funko Pops. I'm just missing a couple of the DIY ones in the upcoming Utica 3-pack. That's my main Funko collection. I absolutely love the show, and that's like one line that I've pretty much dedicated my collection to. But with completing that, I've started branching off a bit, so in this bag there's going to be quite a bit of Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, and Parks and Recreation. So the next one here is another Game of Thrones one, the one that actually fell. Luckily it has a protector, so it seems alright. This is the metallic Night King, an AT&T exclusive, which I thought was a pretty cool sticker, if that can even... there it sort of is. I think it's a cool figure. This is also from the 6th edition of the figures. This one, I believe, is probably released after the original Night King did. But yeah, I think it's a cool one. I wanted a Night King figure, and I saw that one. I thought it was pretty cool. The next here is a 2-pack. This is the Donna and Ben Treat Yourself. This is from TargetCon 2022. This first time that a Donna figure was made, so I think that was pretty cool. I enjoy Parks and Recreation, so I like that 2-pack. The next one is another Game of Thrones figure, my favorite Game of Thrones character, Jon Snow here. I think it's a cool figure. This, I believe, released with Season 8, yeah. It sort of looks like that with the wave figures. Actually, I would think that this wave probably released a bit after the Season 8 came out. So the next figure, actually probably my favorite of all of these figures, another Game of Thrones figure, Ghost. I like Ghost a lot. I really actually like Ghost quite a bit. This is from Edition 3 of the Game of Thrones figures. I really like this figure. I really like Ghost, and I'm happy to have gotten it. I got it at a smaller Funko thing going on, not really a convention, but just a small Funko thing. There are a lot of booths selling figures, and I bought multiple Game of Thrones figures. That really started my Game of Thrones collection. Next one here is from Stranger Things. It's Upside Down Will Byers. I think it's really cool. It has the Think Geek exclusive sticker, and looking at the back, I think this figure with the numbering came out around, was one of the exclusives that came around when the first wave of figures came out, which was pretty cool. Next is quite a few Stranger Things Pops. Another Season 1 one here from New York Comic-Con 2017. 11 with electrodes here. I think this is pretty cool just from the back. Looks like the second wave, I guess, of Stranger Things figures. There's Hopper, Jonathan, Nancy. the Brenner, which I do also have. I got that at Fan Expo. The next is a Season 4 figure, one of my favorite newer characters from Season 4, or new character, Argyle. I think this is a really cool figure with the Surfboy Pizza t-shirt as well as hat. I like the Season 4 boxes as well. From the second wave of Stranger Things figures, this is probably one of my least favorites. I would have preferred a different figure in this slot. Yeah, just looking at them, this is for sure the one that I feel like I would prefer would have been something different. I really don't know in 100% what I would have liked to see, but I would have liked to see something different. This is the Mike when he's gone to California, and he's got the shirt that Argyle, which just took a look at, thinks it's an Ocean Pacific t-shirt, but it's not, and it's a shitty knockoff. So the next one here is a pretty cool one. I've seen it at Toys R Us being shared, but I really like this one. This is Parks and Recreation. Mona Lisa Saperstein. I really like John Ralphio, and I think Mona Lisa Saperstein is pretty cool as well. This one reason I think it's pretty cool, it's got the New York Comic Con 2022 sticker, the convention sticker, which is pretty nice. Another Stranger Things figure, Vecna. I think this is it's a pretty good figure. There's something about it that, I don't know, it's maybe that it doesn't have the mouth, and no figures really do. Maybe that's what takes away, I think, from this figure, but overall I think it's pretty good. It's just I don't think it's the best Stranger Things figure. Maybe with Season 5 they can make an improvement on Vecna. The next here is the final, from the final 2 episodes, Robin, and I guess put these 2 figures together. We've got Robin and Steve. I think they're pretty cool figures, and I quite like him. And the next one here is, I'm pretty sure it's the most expensive figure here, one that I'd need to go and get a protector for. I should probably do that this weekend, is Daredevil. I believe this is from Season 2, because it's not the original Season 1 one, I believe. It does have Elektra and Punisher on the back, but I think this is a really cool figure. Yeah, all the Daredevil figures are pretty expensive, and I think that one's really cool. I wanted a Daredevil. I have the comics Daredevil, the exclusive that came out, I think, last year or the year before, and I think that one's pretty good. But I really wanted one from the show, a show that I really enjoy. Next here is Burt Macklin from Parks and Recreation. So Andy Dwyer, I think this is a pretty cool figure from the original wave of figures. So there's the Leslie, Ron, Andy, April, and Lil Sebastian on the back. Another Stranger Things figure here is Dustin at the Snowball Dance, I believe, summer, so San Diego Comic-Con 2018, with the hair with all the Farrah Fawcett spray in it. I think this is a pretty cool figure. Dustin is one of my favorite characters from the show, so I've really liked this exclusive. This one released, it seems like, a bit later than the ones on the back, but it looks like it's probably the first wave of Season 2 figures. That Max, I think, is pretty expensive on the back, but I'm not sure on the others, like the Ghostbusters ones. So another Stranger Things figure, another Season 2 one, 11 from Season 2, with her bitchin' look, I guess, with Eggos and the Box Lunch exclusive sticker there. That's, I think, a pretty cool one. This one released before that Dustin, and a few numbers after the latest figure on the back, which is the Max. The next figure, one of my favorites, well, I was going to go with another one, but I'll go with this one, which is still one of my favorites, Eddard Stark. I think he looks pretty cool from the first wave of Stranger Things figures, or not Stranger Things, Game of Thrones, number 2 in the Game of Thrones line, with Tyrion being number 1. He's got the Hand of the King badge, and I think this is a really nice figure. Of course, it's an older figure, so it doesn't look as great compared to these newer figures, but there's something about it that I do like, and this is, well, except for the Eddard on the Iron Throne, it's the only way to get Ned Stark. One of my favorite figures in this bag, one of my favorite Stranger Things characters, is Erica Sinclair. I just think she's great. Now, looking at it, I would just switch that mic for another Erica from the first episode when she's walking towards, when she's walking with Mike and Dustin to Hellfire, and she's got the American flag draping behind her. I think that'd be pretty cool. But this one's pretty great. There's the Season 3 Erica that I think is somewhat expensive. I think it's around $50 or $60. It's a nice figure, but I really do like this pop. Erica is one of my favorite characters. Like I said, we're entering the last few here, the last Stranger Things pop from Season 3, so I believe the only Season 3 figure here, Lucas from Season 3. He's got that camo bandana there. I think a cool addition to this figure, of course, but I think they might have already had the license at the time, but a new Coke can would be kind of cool, a cool addition to this figure. But overall, I think it's cool. Season 3 Funko Pop. But before I get to the last 4 figures, I've got some Pops here, or pop keychains, pocket pop keychain. Okay, they're all Stranger Things ones. Yeah, okay, so 5 of them here. Season 4. Dustin, he's got the thinking cap, the Hellfire t-shirt, looks pretty cool. Vecna. I think I kind of like the colors here better than the actual pop. They sort of changed the color of the mouth here, and I think it looks better. Next, Erica Sinclair. And then the last 2 here, Steve and Robin in their final outfits, the final battle in the season. So the next few are all Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon figures. Starting with House of the Dragon, Rhaenyra Targaryen. I think this one is somewhat easy to get. I think it's actually a bit more expensive. But I got this, I believe at Showcase. I think they had it on sale for, I think they were $10. They've had $10 pops for the last little while. So that was pretty good. The next one here, more in the middle of the Game of Thrones line, Jorah Mormont there. I think this figure looks cool. Yeah, edition 6, so just like that Night King as well as the Melisandre. So the next figure here, a different one. Actually, no, I think this one came out with, yeah, the Ghost figure. Tyrion Lannister in the battle armor from the Blackwater Bay battle in season 2 or 3, I don't know. He has that big scar across his face, the axe. I think this is a nice looking figure, and I think an improvement from the original one that's on the back of the box of Ned Stark. The last figure here, another one of my favorite Game of Thrones characters and figures. This is from the 2019 Emerald City Comic-Con, I believe it would be, with the green sticker there. Arya Stark. I think this is a pretty cool one. This is before that wave with the Jon Snow, the Season 8 wave. But there's Gendry, Varys, Beric Dondarrion, Yara Greyjoy, Bran Stark, and one of the Children of the Forest. I think this is a really cool figure. She's got Needle there, and I like this figure. I think it's pretty cool. Arya. So yeah, that is all the Funko Pops that I've bought in the last little while. There's quite a few there. I'm just going to take this down. Here is the stack of figures that I was just taking a look at. I think it looks pretty cool. I do have one more thing in this bag. It is a Eddie Munson figure. I think it looks really cool. I'm keeping this in the box. I just like the Demogorgon. Or when I was opening Stranger Things Season 4 Mystery Minis, or Season 1, I didn't actually get that many when I think about it, but I got a decent amount of duplicate Demogorgons. So when I'd open them, my dad would just ended up calling them Demofriggin Gorgons, which is all I think about when I see a Demogorgon is a Demofriggin Gorgon. So yeah, that was taking a look at all the Funko Pops that I've bought recently. I think those are really good. I think the Ghost is my favorite. For sure, my favorite of these Game of Thrones figures. Of course, the only Marvel figure here is my favorite of the Marvel figures that are here. The Daredevil. For Stranger Things, I think the Argyle Dustin, the Snowball Dance Dustin, and Erica, I think, would be my favorites for these Stranger Things figures. But overall, I think they're all really nice figures, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.